Hey everyone, today we are checking out Cammy from Street Fighter V. This is sculpted by Max Factory for their Popup Parade series. So here's a look at the box from all the angles. It still has the original paper wrapping from the factory. I actually ordered this through Amazon third-party seller. I think they discontinued this earlier this past summer. Alright, so finally we have it totally unwrapped. So here's a look at Cammy herself. Pretty cool. This figure is meant to be displayed technically from her backside, where she's kind of like looking over her shoulder, kind of like her original victory pose in her debut Super Street Fighter 2. Also, something else worth noting is this is based on Cammy from Street Fighter V, not any of the prior games where it has the green little tattoos on her legs and thighs. Let's go ahead and unbox her. Usually with figures that have accessories, I tend to unbox them on their side just in case the clamshells are not fully secure, making the accessories spill all over the place. With Cammy removed from her sleeve, here's a little insert explaining how to connect her two ponytails to the back of her head. And here's a quick look at her sleeve covering with Popup Parade on the front, the little splashes that were very, I guess, a design theme in the Street Fighter V illustrations. The back of the box, close up. Side. Finally, after 10 years of wrestling with that plastic shell, we have Cammy here. And yet we're still not done. We still have to remove one final plastic covering. I do feel the overall packaging is a bit excessive, but I guess it's all in good intentions. As noted earlier, this figure is meant to be posed from her backside because she's kind of looking over her shoulder. Again, like the original Super Street Fighter 2 victory pose, where she had debuted in the series. Let's go ahead and get her two ponytails connected. It's a bit tricky because the slots on the back of her head is kind of tiny. I feel it's a little bit too small, and I don't want to jam in the connecting ports, but it's the only way I can see it being inserted. As you can see here, her ponytail is pretty thin. It's pretty rubbery material, so it's not going to, crack or fracture, but it is pretty thin. But it's a flexible type of I don't know if it's plastic. I'm not familiar with, you know, figure materials, but it's pretty bendable, so that's good. Here's the other ponytail. When you have everything connected together, it's gonna look like she's just turning, so her hair is gonna have like a little minor twirl effect to it, which you will see in a few minutes. And here's the circular base. I think all Popup Parade's figures come in this like this circular disc thing. Nothing fancy. It's not like Kotobukiya figures where they have like a unique base stand based on their character design or just aesthetic. This is just a kind of a translucent smokish circular base with usually 3 or 4 portholes where their feet attached to. A quick table spread of Cammy and her 3 accessories. Not really even accessories, but just supporting components of the figure. Alright, let's go ahead and get her ponytails installed. So the first one here is going to be on the left side. It's not a click sound when you insert it fully, it just stays in. I wish there was some type of sound or just some type of tactile feel, but you just have to hope that it doesn't fall off. So as you can see here, I'm trying to figure out how to get this connected even though it seems pretty obvious. Alright, I think I got it connected finally. So here's the complete setup. Pretty cool. As you can tell, her hair is like swooshing around like she just literally turned her shoulder. Unfortunately, I don't have those automated mechanical rotating plates where the figure would twirl. I'll just do it myself for now. And now let's go ahead and install her to her base plate. On her left foot, there are 2 portholes, and for the right foot, there will be 1 porthole. As you can see here, one of her ponytails fell off during the installation of the base plate. Finally, here's the complete look at Cammy with her 2 ponytails connected and the base plate connected. Pretty awesome. Here's a quick rotation of the full setup. Close-up of Cammy. Overall, the design and just the stance is very iconic of Cammy. So next up is a group shot of all the current Street Fighter characters released under the Popup Parade line by Max Factory. Here's a quick look at the Street Fighter characters so far. Here we have Kimberly, Luke, Classic Chun-Li, and Street Fighter V Cammy. Let's quickly rotate all the characters about 180 degrees. First up is Cammy, now facing her front side. Chun-Li will now be rotated towards the back. Same thing also for Luke here. And Kimberly will be facing the back side as well. And finally, let's do a side profile for each one of them. And now I'm going to rotate all of them back to their default state. Here's a quick measurement for each one of the figures. Now, one thing I didn't do properly when I recorded this video was the measurement of the tool is a bit too forward from the figure. So what you see here, for example, add another like half an inch. Like Chun-Li should be like 7 inches and a quarter. Luke should be 7 inches and I don't know, about 3/4. It's just the angle of my camera and where I put the measuring tool was a bit too forward. And here's a quick close-up of each figure. Here's Cammy. And next up we have Chun-Li. And taking a look at Luke here with Popeye forearms. So huge, it's crazy. And lastly here we have Kimberly, which I truly love. Her character design is so cool. Very, very iconic like guy from Final Fight. The Bushin style. Pretty awesome here. So this wraps up my unboxing for Cammy. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.